Only has been very young. Who call Elmina Sakosi Ariana boy? We're putting in Zoom toy, and I know this is a oh, man, no crow.
If you are in sports journalism, and I learned this as a young journalist, so who are in sports journalism, and especially officials say that, oh, well, are you a good journalist? Oh, are you a good boy? It means you are doing a very bad job. You know why they will call you good? Because you are not critical of them. The role of a journalist is to be the watchdog of society, basically. Any society which has a docile and timid and sycophantic media is a doomed society. I'm not a stranger to Ghana football. I followed Ghana football from a tender age all my life, and I know what goes on. So I would not speak from a position of ignorance. The truth is the truth, and we want Ghana football to grow from strength to strength, and there's a reason we will make such commentary. And we are not in this job to please any individual or group of people. If that was what we intended to do, we wouldn't be in this profession. So if you're a journalist and you want to do the right thing, you should understand that officialdom could come at you if you are in sports journalism. And I learned this as a young journalist. So who are in sports journalism? Let one single club owner or administrator tell me that there is no bribery and corruption in our football. These are the people who engage on a daily basis, who complain on the quiet, but pretend everything is fine. If everything is fine, let's go off, let's go on. But they know that we are in serious, serious trouble. They are the very ones who complain week after week, you know. And let me also say that there are a number of people in sports who would want to be very sycophantic, you know, and be that sanctimonious and pretend to be holier than. Let one single club owner or administrator tell me that there is no bribery and corruption in our football. These are the people who engage on a daily basis, who complain on the quiet, but pretend everything is fine. If everything is fine, let's go off, let's go on. But they know that we are in serious, serious trouble. They are the very ones who complain week after week, you know. And let me also say that there are a number of people in sports who would want to be very sycophantic, you know, and be that sanctimonious and pretend to be holier than. Let one single club owner or administrator tell me that there is no bribery and corruption in our football. These are the people who engage on a daily basis, who complain on the quiet, but pretend everything is fine. If everything is fine, let's go off, let's go on. But they know that we are in serious, serious trouble. They are the very ones who complain week after week, you know. And let me also say that there are a number of people in sports who would want to be very sycophantic, you know.
Arsenal, I have to say, look like champions. Stand up for the champions. Stand up, oh yes, for the champions. Stand up, for the champions. Stand up, number one, for the champions. Stand up for the champions. Stand up, champion, for the champions. Stand up, for the champions. Stand up for the champions. Tony Adams, Ray Parler. Tony Adams, Ray Parler. Tony Adams, Ray Parler. Tony Adams. Ian right, right. Ian right, right. Ian right, right. Ian right. Ian right.
Okay, bisafo ya transfer de agudie mu nsema de ba ma munyina ha e de ba GLRadio so yesamo ma chibiem sanse Ghana de ya chia ne se ye transfer ya na chesensem no de kwa amanfo nkuro so e ba afie no eno nkuto enene ye de hu nsensem ye de ebrem Ghana football be koye nti enene ya transfer ye de hu amanebo ene emu mpensempensemu ye de ebrem sabe ya transfer ase GLRadio enra classico no etime ekoso ewo Ghana na ya transfer ye de mu mpensempensemu ne emu amanebo report ahodo okoso ewo various league centers ni nyina no ye de eba enyasenketwa wudie nie GLRadio nwese utie na utie wi na bibia so timi akoso kama wentimi edama mesramo utie no betimi do adwenkyere ede afa eye Facebook page ye bekinka de ama sanso ena obetimi de wadwenkyere no etimi ede afa ye WeChat fan page no so no the back in Ghana kama etimi edi amount na bibia so aye fine pa e wo hono ma enya asa ke 20 trans say dia agudie mu nsam kwam na bre na so a ye ebremendo a classico no etimi course no kira Ghana's versions of super clash no etimi course ye di mu nchechiremu ye di mu pensem ba nsam e course wo agopama so no coaches na kasa Sule Ali Monteri no ensam e wa sanso na new boy abranti e friend Kosa no so nsam e wa asia nya sengeto this a man more and abati o ndumedi so Ghana Premier League first round of matches no edaba na wie ye atwede no kra no sei na siete swag etimi abo refro no giramu etro ayem black kanzana akra hat folk ene asante kotoko ebo akra sports stadium no refe frenom gemeli sonogbe kafo ade nsembia fa no ho ni nyina no mesramo swag for de nsembia fa no ni nyina no de wa manebo ebremo live wo GLRadio so mesrawo wadwenkyere no obetim de afa ya ya bekenka de amao kama na bia so etimi akoso de amao enya sanketo ye trans say no nsam de ko twi be breman kuto na obetie amano nsem ewo mu mesramo foreign news no na nya sanketoa over the weekend uduani eche Europe a na ehuru na Chelsea ewo okwawe na okowene tanso ena Liverpool omunya omo nsem ho am ba ne no ko ane koso uduani echirema CAF Confederation Cup group stages no nra ekoso group A results no ba Al Ali Tripoli omo ene CS Sasfian the boy ekoyesen nyina ba Confederation Cup na group B so group C group D the results how do nyina no ebremom nyasanketoa EPL medical kan wasam de akyeremo Leicester City kwotwefa ne bo nyasanketoa nyina ya transfer de ba Spain no na no ohye Borussia Mönchengladbach omukodi nsenseme omu nsuo ehwewa engane za papa kasa bo papa 6 unanswered goal Borussia Dortmund and I say Borussia Mönchengladbach now say the Super Borussia Borussia Dortmund no 6 unanswered goals abre corner so no na Hertha Berlin twifa no bo wo fie na RB Leipzig almost kwhye omo 6-1 na just say enwade goals no pie with German Bundesliga no La Liga so koso Atletico Bilbao ono so enan ama Real Sociedad entimi anse kanu yadi mu amane bo ni mu nsam ebremo Liverpool Chelsea Manchester United omunyina no on ball game over the weekend ya transfer eno kuto ne de ba other transfer news de ba Ghana Premier League first round no aba ne wie ye the review eba anya senketo akra ha ena se wutie mesremo bedwafo no nyina transfer me hu se Mikado wagina egwa kama sanso ena Guru enso agina egwa afei so Kimorata omunya ajijiji omogwa ene nsem no yede nyina ebremo live ewo GLRadio nti wadwenkyere no obetimi de aba ewo Facebook ebekenkan kama mesdamo aya na wakaribia ofri ba wo send message na me hu bebia wo di free ba na ye modin na enye fefefe emfa emam na bibia so entimi enkoso of course transfer news ewo mu yebeba when at least a perfect response no Manchester United boss Raf Ragnick nensam no yede interview no beba anya senketo na say wodi nkunim ti wa sha say kasa say da mekan no nsem bebre na wa say foreign ewo mu amanone local ni nyina no yede eba anya senketo ye fam say Martin obetima frame keti gongon and spelele and a production work no e di emaye ye twa of course abranti friend no enya ze odo ni che Ghana sports page one ho no wo huru butu abrantia ye friend abrantia no Stephen Odro ene ne nsem no di bebre hot ones ba no obete e we dwumede mi twa me oketua bi mame ni kan we kan me ye abadwafo no na afi yemfa foreigners no ento aso emfa my friend Martin obeti my friend keche ha GLRadio guru of course what trance guru at design
sini abibia boko yeninim want me akoto na yenkwan de but yeninim
yentima fa akoto na yenkwan but yenine be say de okay yenine mu kwabra moa yenine mu sa and then Monday weekend na football action center ben na wo enjoy pa
now so I won't be enjoy bia Liverpool ko share no 3-1 here say honor feeling
no one pa
enye no kwa top up bisu sampa ho na Spurs City anu mo ka miensa mutumi team ye wo me bre pa o just say no point ni be 6 yet we ko share leads na 3 ye bomba say bet me ko share leads na 3 and the feeling need there we can need there feeling
na ni je nko Kimorata to say
yes Martin nyame adom bibia boko sign now swear
bibia ye kama wa pa say weekend na football action emfa na ho dwuru pa ebi shebi 6-0 na ebi shebi 6-1 ni ebi so bodro emfa na ho dwuru
well say Martin we dey me da wa na me bia bia for na yes me say before I for your game na stand out man no say me boba for abaso of course Obama yan again first hat trick or recorded first hat trick and it was a brilliant display by all standards from Barcelona against a no mean team like Valencia, and it was a good showing. I was happy to see Javi win that contest, and also no say of course Chelsea brilliant and 3 points, but then the biggest game of the weekend Super Sunday na Pep versus Conte. Now Conte Rebecca news and mom say yeah Conte as a Pep and you new cry yeah flu at national Pep no Conte a bono or bono the new thing not name it there papa match and mom me we week me we complete ASR game. I think say it went well. Of course when the Martin team Manchester United of course not come here at drop the point, but then they were able to recover and then they got the win. You know, it was a good weekend of football.
What's some okay and Manchester's you can say I was a Man City share 2 ma Tottenham HS3 na spouse manager I know what to say some players here or Conte some yeah oh ye fuck a crabby na membra me Mikado so yentie sama Conte editu after say no Manchester City 3-2 ewo Manchester City Etihad Sports Stadium denka umwadia yefie pa na obebe say no mo pa 3-2 na je say akwakwo ye neji sempa nti Conte na ni age pa say bibisa etimi ekoso nti pese etie ne nsem no kakra producers no egu so toto enema say ombetimi o say Antonio Conte ono ene boss edema Tottenham Hotspur say his players could be the best group in my career after say or share you know yentie ne nsem no kakra
perfect start finally. Yeah, I think that the first goal was great because it comes from work, and I said before the game in the press conference that we prepared the game very well, and because you have to know when you play against Manchester City, probably you have to consider 70% of possession. But at the same time, I said to my players that in the way that you are defending, and you have to be tactical very good. for the moment and don't consider spaces. At the same time, when you are defending, your mind there must be always the attacking. You understand? The first thought has to I win the ball and I go to attack. I think the first goal was good, but also the second, the third, and to have this type of reaction, to have a draw the last minute of the game, when before for I think 1 centimeter they disallowed the third goal, can kill you, can kill you. Instead, my team wanted to win, and it was great for the players to reach this win, to get 3 points, for our fans to give them this satisfaction, especially because we lost 2 games at home, and we were very, very disappointed.
How does that make you feel, seeing that from your players today? Because you said you wanted them to show that they can fight. Not only that, they've shown that they can win as well, just when it seemed that it had gone.
Yeah, but for sure this is great, no? This is great because maybe another team and after a draw, no? And when the City scored the 2-2, you are the game has ended, and there is only at the time you can try to protect, no, the draw. Instead, my team wanted to win, and I think in every moment of the game, my team wanted to attack, to hurt them. Despite, I repeat, the ball possession was for Manchester City, no. But every time we had the ball, I think that we can hurt them.
Yes, I know. Antonio Conte. Na mashada bonus no because hear me. City na Edge League. So had Edge League go. The wakwa sheno 3-2. I think say incredible. And you know see it you know. Na ehwe said there Enema City na City boss Pep Guardiola. And so kasaka crazy na after game no manager na kan yenti Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola.
And again the sports in this time, and we know it, our 3 defeats, always the opponent team always give an extra. And going behind, the defense so deep, so compact, they defend well, they have physicality incredible, a good manager, and after when they can run, because they don't lose the ball easy, the link, properly with Hurricane, and after they can run with Kulusevski and Son, always they are in danger. We didn't concede much, honestly, so, but unfortunately, every time they arrive, they create chances.
Is that what was the difference today? I know I've spoken to Ilkay Gundogan who's saying, well, we played well.
Yeah, I think we played well. We created a lot of chances. We were there, so I can't say anything wrong about the team because we were there all the time. And
I know Pep Guardiola. I can't say they did anything wrong. Also they did something wrong. But modern say a shade too. Not just say I know Pep Guardiola, I don't know. Na the near G papa. Mikado, I free my manager was so dear. Weekend the ura and game bend the course o chile when it pa na for yen twaso.
Game at me, dear Murata, I can't see I see the Tottenham. Of course, Super Sundays, their games, there is always one game a year good. Also, with Guardiola, interview no match here. Many Tottenham, though they played well, but I said now almost Lucy Bona, that wasn't true. No, on the break. The Guardiola, now he was supposed to give Tottenham the ball. No, also follow back Kaka. But he kept on repeating the same mistakes. Now, in Japanese players in the brain. One with them in the players in the brain, they obviously summer break. They do by 70 minutes now. Now for almost to me, and I thought him dinner. Look at the ocean a year physical of the players now. Tottenham and a year City. You could see that Tottenham no more advantage because almost Bema with me 90 minutes. But City no almost yes sir, and their players they keep the ball, they maintain the ball. Nti Tottenham e ko share first no. E ma omunya pressure. Nti omo ti wie ye no. Nti omo ti wie ye no wo e mo pressure they have to play extra. Let's almost give it double. Anka sitting the share first and come back pass sa na ka omo dey control game no. But I call you Tottenham omo share first no. It's a sound bibia nti no. E mo omo play. Do omo
unim ni yo shamadonshi ni meyo shamadonshi meigwenshi no munzo kagra Mikado na menko ya ho ana Chinese ni baby ya Chinese language no every ban every ya waso ya na ya every waso ya mute where you know anti Mikado to aso
ya mic na nyamia
ya mute microphone mic Mikado to aso.
Yeah, it's a matter. Maybe me enjoy game. It was a good game. And me enjoy it, but I was surprised though because Tottenham your team at Chelsea edged 3 times on a row. And I was expecting City to bring them down easily. But at the end of the day, in football, so things happen. And the money interesting. You know, yeah, that match was my match of the week though.
Fantastic. And also, Nidiano no, Kimorata Kasa Guru, wati Guru nka, Sanso ena wati Mikado nka. Yao.
Nana baby no noise kakra o hanum ti ma mentwe ma kakra na
ya just enti get yourself free memory enti mame koso na mefa foreign content na emra na yehwe se de enema esi eti yegu so e de agudie mu nsem na eba na Liverpool yenkoi na yehwe de ekọ mo so asoye Liverpool so omo ehye 3-1 almost Norwich 3-1. Manchester judging club and Okasa or say substitutions were part of the game. And I say any changing game no substitutions be and a changing game no Anfield. Na yentie papa nsem kakra Liverpool boss judging club yentie nsem kakra na yensam so Liverpool 3 Norwich City 1.
Enjoyable game to watch from the back of the stand. How was it for you down there in the technical area?
Had its moments. The longer the game went, the better. The more I could enjoy the game, obviously. But it was for different reasons clear. Again, so a week ago or whatever, when we played at Burnley, that's Premier League. You play against the team on bottom of the table, and they give you a proper fight and a proper game. And over the years, you really have to learn to deal with these situations. And today, again, Norwich. Obviously different, very different style to Burnley, but played a proper game, proper football, defended deep, together, had their counter-attack, so it's made it really tricky for us. We could have scored, obviously, in the early stages of the game already, or maybe should have scored twice. Don't know exactly how we missed these 2 chances. So we had the moments, and then the game can look completely different, but how it is when you don't use your own chances, a deflected ball can be pretty decisive, and that's what happened today. But these boys just don't give up.
And judging club no na ni je no 3-1 and no 8 me koso Anfield no stress pa yefro na yehwe nsem no kakra and also 8 me koso ewo other leagues mu so no nemo mame nya ni tew ewo EPL no na yehwe English Premier League ni se de atwede no kra no esi etie EPL about 26 matches, ebi about 25 though, but ebi about 23 and 24. Into yehwe Man City, of course, 26 matches, 63 points, and over 63 points, and Man City were Liverpool 2 with 57 points. Afe Chelsea 33 with 50 points. Afe 4 Manchester United 46 points. West Ham at 5 with 42 points. Arsenal at 6 with 42 points. Did you swap? Ekosa Sankaya the EPL no abanawe ya enka Norwich City, Burnley and afi Watford nka omo na eko relegation na nka foforo so etimi abehye no EPL no se de enema esi ekoye no afi yimfuro no mom na yenko ainsam foforo no yehwe se de enema esi ekoye ewo France na okopiem ewo France ya na enya sankato na no Saturday no na games no dodo na etime ekọ na ye beyi ni teteteto afri hono amon se de eniema esi eche ne mo yenko Germany ne yehwe results no FC Cologne baako ema Eintracht Frankfurt omo entime ante kana Bayern Munich enso etna fie enan ema Greta-Ford ete ekanu baako we eye results wa eno etime koso anano eye memnedan afein La Liga games ya eno ekos no eye sei ene koye Cadiz ene eye Getafe ekotie obi ahye nyonko eka baako afa Real Madrid ehye miensa ama Deportivo Alaves entime ante eka no sabre corner so na Espanyol eye Sevilla mo adwuma 1-1 and it's because of Barcelona, the Catalonia boys. Omutu anamo edo moni echiremu Valencia. No muko eno Valencia intime anyiro omo ama Barcelona eshe Valencia kenan ama Valencia ete ken baako wo France so no na no oshi na nya senketwa Liz eshe baako Olympic Lyonnais ete ekano 90 enso Paris Saint-Germain eboyem nemom 90 eshe Paris Saint-Germain Paul miensa omote ken baako Nice enso ene Angers ene boye 1-0 a favor Nice afe Lawrence enso etnafi ema Montpellier ekutwa mo ekabako omo entimante Reims enso ene Brest enufo Brest but the way Brest were fantastic who do any chemo of France Brest na akondo omo ene Reims ene boy ebani we no match tia yo omo 1-1 ene no etime cause Rennes enso eshe Troyes ekanan emo omo eti ekanu baako afei Saint Etienne eshe mienu ema Strasbourg enso etete ekana no results wa etime cause ewo France na udoni echiremu ewo Syria ne so a Roma eshe mienu ma Verona etete kaninya sanso na Sel Militana enso ene AC Milan game no na no ohye 2-2 Fiorentina so shebako ema Atlanta entman se ekano sanso ena Venezia enso ene Genoa ekotie obi ahyenyonko eka baako na results a eno etimi ekoso eye anano eye Endra kwasiada na ho asem na America no enti Manchester no etimi course biemu ye afro no ma intentem so Bundesliga America ka Borussia Dortmund omoye eye Borussia Mönchengladbach wadwuma ba 6 unanswered goals and a team cause Hertha Berlin and so transfer RB Leipzig almost ekosho mo 6-1 nyasa ketwa afi Spanish Primera no Real Betis Shemienum Mallorca eti ekanu baako ene results enim Atletico Bilbao eshe 9 ama Real Sociedad entimante ekano afi Bordeaux ene Monaco game no 1-1 Clermont Foot omonso eshe Olympic Marseille ekamienu ama Marseille Foot omo face omo intimante international so transfer Sassuolo ekotwa omo ekamienu omo intimante kasa Udinese ene Lazio kotie 0-0 ene no etime course ma mi CAF Champions League matches ya etimi course group stages no said the results no esi ekoye ye ena mede ema ono CAF Confederation Cup group A no Zanaco omo etnafi ema Pelames FC ekotwome ekamienu omo entime anse eka no ewo eno ye results baako pa eno etimi epiemu eno ada nemom no emesramo eno etimi epiemu enra wiano nemom eno anwumre no Manchester course na Al Ali Tripoli omo ehemienu ema CS Sassuolo omo eti ekanu baako ewo group A na afa group B no so no say na koye 2 matches na course Al Ittihad ehemiensa ema Orlando Paris eti ekanu mienu 3-2 ene timi ekoso JS Swara. Hey, what guys are team Swara across the book opening omutrafie eshe Royal Leopards ekamienu Royal Foi entimi ankasa 2 unanswered goals and then a team course group C no say na koye Al Masri omo eshemienu ema TP Mazembe prayer omo ntima anteso ho East Africa football no asesa enka Al Masri de enka mu free fa kwese TP Mazembe enka mienu a Mazembe fo entimenti kan ba kokra nya senketwa group D no mesramom results of course ni USA Gendarmerie omo echna fie omo ne Zimba SC Zimba Sporting Club and a boy 1-1 Zimba for no yade pa Asek Mimosa enso eshemiensa ema RSB Bekani ete ekenu baako mekasa akofo no makasa anteko Bekani fui ade omudi beye kotoko krobia na nya seketwa enti ene ya resource eno 8 mi course weekend eho amanebo ene ho resource no ena yedi emamo ewo GLRadio yebre no ko yenhwe na yembra abidafo so na yemfa mpensempense mu nto so ewa na bibia so enti me enye fa fam se Martin obetima fam keti na Johnny on Facebook or say match of the week Valencia versus Barcelona Barca share 9 Valencia eshe bako Visca El Baca Nadir and so gradually we are playing some good football. Kudos to Zavi and not Enso Eye Mina Vash Nadia or the free Facebook Enso Etimia ba Mr. O Johnny fa also the bra na yentimi enfama ye ba fie na ba hwehwe fisem no ye pa na bibia so etimi akonka etimi edi ama na ye ba El Clasico no so se kotoko ne has no yes ensem bebre wa coaches na kasa Samuel Buadu ensem bebre na na Samuel Buadu edi atudwa meba
Sports CHAO FAN with GLRadio. Meet Sports CHAO FAN with GLRadio.
Sports CHAO FAN on GLRadio with Sir Martin.
Good. That's what I'm on foreign and ye pense no. My sha see o guru so. Guru in some the go on weekend what the car can there. We Liverpool ni waka yate yo yate. Ko ye 3-1 mo de pa. Mesro in some the go on foreign we mu na fe yem refi na fish.
Okay, let's start free Barcelona versus Villarreal. I think a lot of people underestimated Xavi at the time he took the job, but so far so good. He's doing a very fantastic job at coaching the team. For me, about Xavi Barcelona, what struck me was the way I me identifies as between Nipa way, I won't say all of a sudden on your players and they are giving him the effect he wants. I'm only Real Madrid ball match or Dubai or Hobby. I watched that match to the fullest. I watched that match to the fullest, and it was quite early in the days, and I'm like, wow. If Barca can continue playing like this, so for me, Xavi and Barcelona, kudos to them, doing a great job. Let's see how the team shapes up under him. And the friend is saying, it's England. Chelsea for me, I said when we go coming in some they are struggling a bit. At their disposal to be able to have much more dominant effect on games. But we're not seeing that happen with Chelsea. Yes, there are a lot more matches to go. Reece James is in training. Hopefully he might start over the weekend. And let's see how that Chelsea team shapes up. United, we need it, but we need it. City is Liverpool. So, yeah, fan is Anna.
Okay, I know Guru, ni dieno no, ni take, foreign no, and I would yabano. Mikado take foreign on the go, no, the Ober Fabia, the Biabura.
You say Martin Medasi. Let's start free Liverpool game no. Liverpool game no. I know say a lot of people were saying say Norwich no Obi Asho Moninium and to give them be easy. But you could see say even though almost don't win games, but the more they play, the better they get. Into me, Liverpool game, they're very tricky. So Liverpool game mistake and come lose this game easily. And it's a Liverpool more form. They are playing very well. Now, and a club of soccer, you know, they Norwich, they played very, very well. My Liverpool game, yeah, good game until credits to that. Two teams in our ball fine. It was a good game, yeah. And you move Chelsea anyway, in the Crystal Palace now. I agree with exactly what Guru said. I won't deny that. So our game now was very furious because what's your game now? Oh, chances are Chelsea were not creating even chances. Oh, last minute no, a quality player and a woman or to me turning things around and my winning here. And I would say be and no coach near small changes been a mind to me boy, but I wasn't satisfied. You know, as my Guru can I do agree. And if so, what's steady? Chelsea few games are one of them mentioned. But the way we win, is not really convincing. At Obeshe City, Obeshe Liverpool, Obeshe other teams, the only team I beat you hands down convincingly, Tottenham. And I think say let's wait and see if when the left wing, a right wing, let's see how they can add some quality to the team. And I'm moving to the last one. Arsenal game, it's not bad. Yeah, Arsenal game, so I was impressed. Arsenal of late, they found the rhythm to be winning games. Well, sometimes, it's not about how good, and I say how weak your opponent is. It's about the rhythm. What's your rhythm now? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you can have your 3 points. That is all about the Premiership. It's at the end of the day, so one Bosch and Koya Makrana, 3 points in there. You should bargain. Okay,
yes, that's a power, dear. No, Mamma, Percy, Aquaba, Percy, Aquaba, we are a cool dear. Weekendy games will renown a course. So, say, oh, you're a Liverpool fan. Yes,
Martin, we are cool, and I'm here to review. This weekend is a game, so yes. As a strong Liverpool fan, Liverpool forever and on him. The game is so close, so it was good. It was entertaining. But as a Liverpool fan, one thing I noticed is we realize it's a club try so best is a system of sending your mobile ball near the end with full pressure. Not the man or any players be we introduce you with or more positions be or more boy near there. And later now, who said team Numkakana effect was seen immediately. But that was for Liverpool. One other game I think so far Yen can watch me Man City Spurs game. Michelle Kakra and Kakana Michelle, I think it was quite entertaining. Basically because a city home and they weren't expecting to lose over there, and Spurs in with Antonio Conte, the new player, what or that's Rohani formation of boy and for 3-4, was it 3-4-3-1? And no boy, and I mean it was really interesting to see how Conte and Pep film. And aside that, so the United match also was also another one. And it was a great turnaround, but United whether we Guru UCN for Chelsea we are unstable, and we hope we don't hope it continues, but but me who say an idea wonder be Chelsea so the beginning of the season almost starting and I'm crying say almost goals are almost strikers are almost deliver more. It do be no more consistent or more better and manifest this year or players be prepared near there and Emma Omuko Muchichiano Moko and Omo struggle kaka. And as for from the league table Siciano, Yamu de Viviano, any sending Yakakono. Hopefully to me we need other matches but be closely gapped by just 3 points.
and also I believe the Chelsea story in the a bear struggles but draw ni lose ni win ni the chances on betri bebre no especially draw ni lose parts chances probability ni very high just because of sending more players ni being available ni sending more vim be aba form ni ade ni the keka on ni agenti but all the same no the basic Barca game no was quite good. It was quite good and seeing Aubameyang score 2 goals here there no it was good to see say or pick up in Kakanga and hopefully in a better consistent how we will continue and he can also find his feet.
I want to make I say Aubameyang get joined Barca a good.
I think it's still early days. Yen Kobe Bray. Say I didn't want to mean for early days in Casa. Early days in the Bibia to me see. To me a fluke, to me a sabia, and what didn't be near dinner, but change of environment is always good. But then it starts now, hopefully it will continue. And I think the continuation, it's continuing, very probability very high, but early days to say anything, say a good sign, and I say a good sign in say Lukaku is can look as Lakaka.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you're Dr. Percy. And so no. Yeah.
Sir Martin. Wait a minute, sir. My main punching about Cope.
Okay, Brian.
Let me say a Percy can send me about Chelsea, but my main, yeah, Chelsea so far you lose against only Man City Pell. You lose against only Man City Pell. And you say you losing, you win you, and you up and down. Man City Pell are saying, Yakanina a drunk one, you can say you struggle, but you want to say you struggle. And then Johnny, you lose you win it. And I'm watching almost 7 points. City about 26. You know, you 25. You about big teams in Aka United. Mamu county over. Too early. Dr. Percy, Mamu county off crosser. See a best struggle. You're about strong. Yeah.
But Chelsea, Chelsea, more about 25 games. More lose 3, more draw 8. And now more winning 14. Oh, more lose 3. Oh, more lose 3.
Me can't do it. Lose
3. More lose 2 away games. You understand? More lose 1 home
yes,
game.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
But issue ni say send a team ni mo draws are also no. That draw there who lose be free draw say lose na oko. And then also a team must say title and they European champions ne they kika ho ne ade no. It's not looking that good for you guys. I mean
it's laughable.
Dr. Percy.
It's really laughable.
What check your matches now?
Because you know,
okay,
you know what you are saying, it's laughable. We are a team last season, you're winning trophy, a major trophy in Europe. This season, we won trophies, the Super Cup and the Club World Cup. And this
they are all trophies related to last season.
No,
but you still have to play.
No.
Against Sports CHAO FAN on GLRadio with Sir Martin.
But then Chelsea isn't struggling based on AVR or form your winning. But rhythm their players need to gain. That one we agree. But Chelsea is still grinding results. We've lost as many games as Manchester City now. City lose 3. Yes, we lose 3. What's the difference now? Who is struggling? Is it because City is playing a
City is on top of the league?
That is true.
City is on top of the league. How are you comparing your triple loss to City because Muinamu lose 3 games? City is on top of the league.
I understand. Why? Because of the COVID situation now at 2 years, they never faced that thing. So
after they have COVID,
no, bro.
Murata, stop. Murata, I listened to you for a long time. Stop.
Oh,
David, Maninkasa.
City were one of
Muma Murata and Lande. Muma and Lande.
Murata Kasa.
Yes, team no. Men cast Chelsea team no. IE seniors. Men cast Chelsea team na IE. Last season we saw a different Chelsea to this season's Chelsea and you know. Of course, Injuries are part of the game. Liverpool last season was symbolic, pathetic to watch. You understand, Dr. Percy, and then you have ardent, Liverpool fans. You are staunch supporters of the red side of Liverpool. And we know, say, my team no more struggle because of major injuries. Van Dijk, O'Brien, you say my team and for league because the team is centered on certain players, and this is what Chelsea is lacking now. Chelsea's play is our wing back system, and the wing back system at Chelsea, Reece James and Dan Chilwell are doing everything for the team, and these boys are not there anymore. So what do you expect? You see now we play Malangsa, a centre back and left back. So how is it possible for Chelsea to grind results? It's going to be difficult. We understand. Well, it is all like we're struggling. I get your point, but then it is not like they're struggling as in the way that cliche. No. It's beyond a yinana momo de Dr. Percy. I think the
Morata here. There's one thing I guru means of baby once I'm about Morata. So far, no Munchia Leicester City, Munchia Arsenal, and then when Munchia Man United. These are the three big teams at Munchia. What I say. At the end of the day, no find more outstanding match to say, but as a team, I'm moving to league next row early this season. Any day down, say at the certain Liverpool, they say your players be prior. That's true, but the Liverpool today is not centered on one or two players. I hope you can see that. Just like Man City. Man City is also not centered on one or two players. Say they are player we need one best struggle, and I say player we need one best struggle. Make Chelsea cups or more trophies or more we need this season are trophies that were from last season. Into no focus away we need any trophy against other intercontinental clubs are almost strength compared to EPL, and yet that strong. You guys were struggled throughout the Club World Cup. Apart from the finals, you struggled throughout the Club World Cup. And I also know so Super Cup in Sudiano. Team men on in the one team, one match, one Cup no go baby. You cannot define yourself so you are just two trophies this season. Into Chelsea a strong team. No. The Chelsea today we are seeing now no struggle amukomuno. Any beginning the day and then the on. That is not a top flight EPL team, winning champion Premier League material. No, Emunyandu Hoye.
Asante Kotoko say. Yeah. Asante Kotoko say. Yeah. Asante Kotoko. Yeah. Asante Kotoko.
Okay, mi jama ansha foreign yen through your brain so ko enti ye bafie enra Ghana's version of El Clasico etimi echo so enya sanketo after game no supporters reactions yenti akra
Kotoko Omabo ball in 3 halves. But chances no has chances but they couldn't score. Which football, total football, see I got the ball, Man City ball, no home ball. Now we Liverpool ball. The puppy panic for ball to from more than another Kotoko for no upper ball as they have to be paper. Loma for the men make say. But one thing I must tell you, say Kotoko coach, what's there? I'm young say. One no your professor ampa, what professor ni teacher and a coach no. What just a professor that Odum, why one match where my say we're a good coach. They should keep it up. Me them your supporter. Make us what energy. And to your Yama boys no. Now has Oma to 2 minutes here. O say come there. Baba ya last sponsor do there. You can't show me pray because you will praise go first round no match me second round no mbem. You are inside said your money. Justice pray mu naba. Eti Oma to 2 minutes here. I want the mama pamo some board. I never say about some board. That is it.
Oh, Kotoko has the Kaseya. You be headed draw no could be a Kotakama. You could be before I am ready. Now, I'm saying, I know before Aka and California documents and the Koyan Kodi Fufu. Yamuaka, no, you share that team tonight. You better show me at 2 points. You know, no, too much. Oh, your boy, alarm to boy, keep out or that from what you miss on the Sakoy, Anna. The man who said no.
I didn't know. Me ko bela mo dem mini ball say win ma so fo. Be first half no e hand like na ma so fo team no. If the chance enya e 5k chances so bi nya ne ma ne no. E tuni hit pro ka un so bi so say go. E na ma. E play so mbo body. Na mbo be se ko to ko say o mu na so fo gbo a. O mu so braki. E na be se 4. Ya o 4 ki tambela. Ya ki tan wan. Na mu di brade fo ko bai. Ga ma ko ba mo na wo so. Brade na o mo de ma mo hu so. Ko bo me try. Se bo a ko kitabo. Sino mutali kitabo. Ucho opinion kitabo. Wako mo play jibe higher game bela ni mbega. Message for us for that acha mbuye. I'm a phobia. In fact, 2 games na 2 laps necessarily you know. It's a nice game. Obi onya akonya bia wamba hampo wo fifie wo no. Has any Kotoko actually good game to the world. Especially across the folk. We still Montari, but also a world class player. No one has said to me he's the greatest player ever to play in the Ghana Premier League. The greatest ever to play the Premier League. And then the contract for a world class. Kotoko came to the game say yeah, a point. Oh no, that's one. We have just a point.
Supporters reactions after another game no. Those journalists need to also Sibamo by a buomo. Patrick Osajima, countryman Songo. Aha, ono so musibam ne pa. Hewa go pamas na Kotoko coach. Ogum. And what did you just say? I was saying the branch no omo set up. Or say they should step up and stay at the top.
First round is over. As I always tell my players, you can never satisfy me. It's not about arrogance, but if I coach you and I see the quality in you, I will tell you where you have to be at a certain point. And I think that there's a lot in these young gentlemen I'm working with, and we can do better. So we have to step up because another 17 matches to be played. We need to step up so that we stay at the top and make sure that we don't drop points.
I know your teacher, Professor Prosper Nate Ogum. Nensam no Nate Saka biom say omo match omo ne Kotoko omo ne have to folk boy no gradually on the tactics the plans adwuma.
I think we played a good game. We tried to go by our game model by keeping the ball and trying to circulate the ball and making sure that we create a lot of spaces in the middle of the park where we utilize the spaces that we created. Again, I think we created some few decent chances that we could have scored, but then we couldn't convert them. So on the whole, I think we have shown in this game that gradually the team is becoming better. If you look at the tempo and the temperament of the game.
I know teacher Prosper Nete, man of the match, Dennis Kosa, man of the match, Mr. Manya Richard Atta, Dennis Kosa, newly signed or newly joined as an Accra to Folk squad. Former Abusuan Dwarfs, Abonto boys, Adikadi Pande on captain. Dennis Kosa Nenya man of the match. No, it's a game, no, a good game.
I think it's a good game. We, as coach said, both teams created a lot of chances, but then we failed to take them. But in the whole, it was a nice and then challenging game. So we'll just take it up from there. Not really, because looking at the chances we created, we should have scored and then we should have won this game. But then it ended in a stalemate. So going forward, we would have to probably step up our game. Today was good. We would have to keep the performance, step up our game, and then try and then do much more better in the second round.
Good. I know Dennis Kosa Nensama. What did I told Janano Samuel Breadu or no head coach had a crowd to folk phobia. Never say that until the bones are rotting. The Continental Masters Enra. Make a headline because of one me say Samuel Breadu named in a squad to meet or to frustrate Asante Kotoko. Na mekoya Asante Kotoko for so land up squad because Kotoko squad nigga. Me say I had to folk Kotoko coach Ogum and naming it starting 11 to face the masters of the Ghana Premier League. Kotoko for so when Tiasa said Makoka said to face the masters of the Ghana Premier League. Had to work any masters of the Ghana Premier League. Ayo Kotoko. Nyasa ngeto akra. Some people say it was a nice game.
I think it was a very nice game. You could see that both teams are in terms of possession and the tempo of the game. It was very nice. Even though we created a lot of chances, but we couldn't make use of it. That's the only problem that we have. I think it's a very nice game.
I know Samuel Bodu Nensem no yes I bisa and say Kofi Kozi yes starting league you know Osha on na yam top scorer Argentina say Kofi Kozi on man and sha say
it depends on the training, not that you score a goal on the match so that every day I should put you in what we rehearse at the training that will bring you in during the match. I mean what they say Omo best starting they are ahead of him.
Sir, some your explanations here. Or they buy no just say omo shase no. Omo ya ahead of Kofi Kozi entia. Kofi Kozi I am e training mo. Injury situation ade a ekoso ye pa.
The can say they recorded a lot of injuries. So the call team consistency in you. And they will say, player we bought 1 match, 2 matches now on cutting game for a long time. And you always the new faces there, they buy your game, and then a performance by ups and downs.
Good. League table notice that I'm not making no Sabe Penny team Kotoko Dikan with 37 points. Have to vote also 7 with 25 points. My remember for so Kotoko has. We have a few minutes to go. Name of Mami message. Mina. Mami messages need be every answer now. Also, it's sad. Phobia couldn't put the balls into the net of Asante Kotoko, but still Phobia masters. I know Mina there. Also, I love the Phobia song. The best team. Any challenger, I think that Mikado be challenge pa. Kotoko no be challenge pa. Also then, also please for where? How can Kotoko score us? Has played the best football yesterday. Let's call a spade. More fire. And also Eddie also 80 me Eddie Johnny Yeah, they won't amable. Also, Sir Martin, say what they did to Kotoko. And then I make a many day, then I make a. And no goalkeeper Richard Atta or ya dear, and no anchor. And I must say, 2 goalkeepers, they did a wonderful display. They played very well. Richard Atta, in fact, I almost deserve one national call-up. Also, the old crowd on Peluka, Guru, Unsha, Sona on Peluka, Shasia, Uvian Wakodana, Mikado ne Ken, Jinamuka Sepa, Guru Yanko.
Oh, senior, I'm in Peluka, me, I mean, himself in Peluka, but Tokoni has the air, Moon Timmy, me should be. What's my dear? Moon did I am with me ship. Look at every too. But Moonty, Mudede I am with I am into me ship. So yesterday I me match nipa me what?
Now audios be from Ghana Sports Pay yeti.
Na ye can no my be no and ye be some papa yes am baako. Yes am baako kan gamin support Kotoko bi. Yes am baako. Ye be some papa. And the best has a team. We are going to destroy the Phobians. And they destroy the Phobians. And they namono in blue team. Send them more year, Dumafu Yaduna fa. And then moving no more say. And then moving no more papa. Yeah, and yet 3 points in the year. We don't like the 3 points. We want to beat you. Beat you.
Football, where the power. Okay, Guru Trasumai.
Let me cast a debut of Bibia Mutaye.
Who's that? I'm married now about football, I don't know. The passion.
This is to be manager Kotoko.
But I know she game to be tactically on a field of play. Can out upon the best.
I think tactically the Hearts coach stood out for me.
Somebody dear pal.
First, somebody stood out for me. First, to know that my team is not on form and to be able to study and predict that my opponent is going to come in with these tactics and this is how to do the magic for me. I think it was, for me, what stood out. Going into this game, I'm not a follower, but from listening around, I know Haas is not on form as Kotoko. So to be able to get your tactics on the pitch spot on against an informed team, to the point that it's not like you do damage limitations where almost sure one view, you are able to draw the game, and people are even saying that, listening to comment, people are even saying that you could have won the match. For me, that stood out for me. And I listened to the commentators in the beginning of the match, Nadia, and watching. You realize that the 3 middle that Kotoko deployed were not able to stand the 4 diamond middle that Hearts was playing. And he came to say that, okay, we could have posed them more problems if not because my players became tired. Somebody was arguing with me on this. I understand. Say, Ubeka said, me players not brave as a coach. But no, if coming into a game, you deploy a tactics that the guys are not used to, you might expect things like this. And don't forget, Sule Ali Muntari and Fim Hobby. Glassenawa coach and Fim Hobby.
And as a house of Fim solid pa.
Yeah, but you don't expect them to last the 90 minutes.
And so coach is no my bread.
They will drop off. And maybe here, I understand him. And maybe somebody like Mikado who are coaches, they will understand this for me. But that shouldn't be an excuse not to win a match, though. But he's just speaking to the tactical facts of the game. Yes, I won't take off the second half also from the Kotoko coach because, as I said somewhere, for me, I call it the game of 2 halves. It was just that the top end of the teams couldn't finish off the chances. Yes, the goalkeepers also pulled out some incredible saves, though. The goalkeepers also pulled out some incredible saves. But I think that on the whole, what stood out for me yesterday, was the man Sule Ali Muntari.
Muntari was superb, right?
He was not, for me, not being superb. to come back from all the places he has been, come to grow Premier League, Ghana, and apply himself to a match the way we're applying in Honu. As a born say man.
And I'm not supporters no born about support yard.
Yes, but be able to be about Anya KV. One young KV. That guy is a Champions League winner. What am I saying? One young KV. Then he will apply himself. Tackles now Kobe. Now a guy be on to me now I try on your yellow card. Like apply himself to the football.
But Osha Muntari as a still now flame war. I say the olden days time no bobo. I say still na woman.
Time now I'm wasting your knees and for no more to come. I always love Muntari because I ball big. Only the ball need to hop or bebo. What must say? Or who ball pay or bebo? Near Coco who you know and funny who ball never why I say before bebo. What must say? If your old players can come back to the league, they can go into different teams like this, and they could have even banter, now they could have banter like this among themselves. I think it will promote the league. It will bring that competition and that flair around the league.
And you will feel say Asante Kotoko on the other hand, on some experienced players ni bimra na bi to say Samuel Nkum never
good players ni bibra but enye se kofa o player ni bi keke opia obetimi apply ni who said the way the guy put himself
and you obetimi catch Asante Kotoko for say omo nkofa Samuel Nkum
Nkum dey onu say bogbe another bogbe no what you say bring Nkum back what you say like a big game like this Kotoka can pitch Nkum against Muntari. Na ye Nkum versus Muntari.
Enti enra wo hu say na Kotoko mranche no elake experience kakra on.
For me, the lack of experience. What they lack was for me I'll say the coach didn't take the boys well. You are the team on form. Are the team on form. Okay? You impose yourself on the other person. I expected Kotoko to impose himself. But Murata Kasembi or Bibia, meaning say how, and a baby amity, say that the Kotoko coach, Prof, has never had the better of Samuel Brady. So maybe that was playing in his mind. And you want to, you are the team on form, but you don't want to be caught in your nemesis. So you have to be careful. But that careful now, did I know Mimi Pidi said, Mboa Kotoko.
Okay.
Because Kotoko is a team on form. They can just impose themselves on the game more.
Mate Guru, Mama Omrepa, Mama Omre, Fesi. Mina, also Martin, that was your voice. Oh, you support Kotoko. More fire. Some more. Mikado, before I make okay Morata, so I have for na charge pa. Ufiasi, na second. Mikado, Ferremo. Kotoko 0, Hearts of Folk 0.
Martin, Medas, Guru's Wakasapa. Before I start, I would really want, because Martin said we a football person in team.
Sure.
From this platform, one more change, so Mr. Games like Kotoko has, I wish the next time, you are going to you bet me. And you more opportunity near to me, I should be. Now, sometimes matches are no so UTA our commentary. One shall be trying to hold just a tormenting and you because Mr. Mitchy will be a start time cram and make quiet crack or subscribe. Emma, me teach but still, me you enough to give napon. And I give me Bianche. As she may parent, and I'm sorry, and I may 51 and me could
highlight
full match. Yeah, full match in a crash.
Oh, okay.
Minyanina, don't I cat, but Minyanina, into no, yet a ceremony matches Bissano, won't try not yet publicize it. You're gonna league and into me,
and come once a year. Okay, and the young quite game, Nankas, I'll share, we how did it go?
Actually, game Nidia, honestly speaking, said So oka se me analyzing a whole game now. Which many problems bebre a game no. Then I make us the first problem make one them chances. Two teams you know almost take chances. And come efficient enough and at least and match no. And you benya be you 2 goals. Team be able to make 2 goals na sanka omo to mission. Has no mo the first. But to consume be chances they bebre. Into no guru can say now omo very careful. I do agree, so normally you're careful, but we should give them so not chances to move out. They were not as careful as Guru was saying, because not chances now, they clear cut like unya quality players are. I'm able to me a share. As soon as you see our America do or very nice with his age, any the standard of Ghana League, why dear, but why on your chance be Amsana or Kobo bicycle kick and a baby. Sabo no Sanko your compose kakra and go to me a share. Then time Suli na commercial sabon easy cry. You know, me I first say me a year draw now I was really happy because I can't afford to has ever shakotoko. Na say to me show monzo a. Omo to me say na say to me show ma na ne a year draw. You know me I was very happy. Me sorry na pala me who say draw na me yaji pa because as an kanipa nda e wa ha say. I'm really happy. I'm kanipa nda anke now imagine Guru pa any person and Jack 45. Thank you, Kroma say. The game was a good game.
Yes, Liverpool vote na so has for. Ampa, sadly we no. Yes, Liverpool phobia a supporter has for.
Everyone so, true so. Omo me nimu nyina has for apart from James Peck.
Me nya has ni we pacho. Me nya has ni.
James Peck na owa go boy has ni. You dey support has part team. Go you dey support has.
I don't be has fan. I don't be has fan.
Oh seriously.
Ebredinti mama make Morata kwa na ombremo Mikado so do anwasi na mema Morata kwa na ombremo na Morata enra game no so ye phobia wo de wo ye phobia nti manenko den but call a spade you understand enra game no total assessment
Continental Club Masters phobia and running yet say football no in ball no say Martin say obio OTG or radio here no any say kotoko and na ne wo form ye na ye pa ball ye na ye kan say kotoko wo form no but has kotoko games in follow form guide ye can do it last season penna a follow form guide and then a house of folk use your form the share kotoko akra and no pay but share from time at the inception of Ghana football, Okoshe Kotoko has matches at dwells ni nana, who's in full form. Ute good day, and not a individual brilliance and the winning games, not Edema with has and Ase Kotoko. Mekai Prince Opoku Poly. So Bekai have players with me nana. But I was me a friend of Prince and me Bobo, me Papa Nyonko Eddie, me to a Prince Opoku Poly because I say me Bobo is so. It's member and me support Kotoko, and I'm saying no. Me papa ye has me mapa. It means me mama you know has me kotoko game here them happen. Me ba the can want them at times we be say oh and we are bias and I say no. But Andra game no I was saying this to you at half say game no who one go pay. Who see one go na ya pon and the fan when say kotoko and I say has the should your best go me ya pon. Cause game me is so tight and who can see you say tactically no or just say some of Enya upper hand no over Nati Ogum. True. Because Nati Ogum was playing pragmatically and ran Oshiki Mana or Bona. In the first half, now he was so nervy and Utimus a game no now officer relaxing or mobile contain encounter. Sana Nakotoko airborne 4-3-3 contain encounter and Coach Bwedu yes or ball 4-4-2 with Nuruddin Abdulaziz in Golo Kante, my goodness. Make sure no of or Jehovah or no or say we na game and we kotoko midfield game. Now kotoko person overloaded has our midfield. But then with Nuruddin is able to hold the play for the experienced players in the midfield area no of Glassing Awaku and also no with Sule Muntari no. And that alone omu experience in Africa and outside of Africa no Eboa has of book and draft. Kotoko phone lack that experience. No munya one experienced player I tell you Kotoko plays so well. Lampy no. internalize or the share.
Mami mbra mu kakra. Senka office e kotoko. Enya bi te se Samuel Nkuman kan so be kebeboa.
Inka Samuel Nkumbeboa and I say Harrison Afumu. Those players no bit me afwa because of game na e na you need one player or with experience no.
Yeah.
How bit me aye. Nko ka say justice play e ba be ye wonders. No but justice play nso because Nurudin stopping. Ngolo can't stopping if he game. And Brown game na ha.
Hey, na ha na mo say ode Ngolo Gandhi.
Nurudin Abdulaziz. Say baby how he's everywhere. He's everywhere. Guy name born no for. Guy name born no for. Sule Muntari ne ba no na. We into no unso on the game no or the game na say. Ofi injury ba e ponche. So you could just tell say game na kasa ni ku yi. But na say ogum no second half no and na obinya upper hand e wo ha so. Ehun say no. This ya na me say you sit back. E wo say the game no call house for no so. Yeah the game no call house for no so you bet me asho mo. And then a bicycle kick there, Sule Muntari tries and compare for no. A two gas unya be on so a boy born the no we say be Richard Atasi B. It was an end-to-end game and draft. It was an end-to-end game, and I was so pleased. Like Obia, your shares falls no, because Obia it is at least from the game. First half pass winning first half, and a second half got up winning second half. You know, so Obia 1 point the qua. I think it was a third deal, but then in the second round no. Ewo kotoko no we Babaya Rasport Stadium Kumasi no e ho no mo na you know ye be hwe say wine na oyoka say e bia kotoko and e be hwe say omu form no mo be kremu afọ saa time no dia and the American crab ya na be
but say league no league no enye is a crowd we say second round we say nano Steve Odro be ka say Ghana Premier League no Ghana League na second round e bo no first round there ebi mu hu so injury ni ade afena amanfo hu omo new players wo mu ni ade in the second round na e bo no pa kotoko nye ade ni sa on
true Sir Martin last season second round na has the league second round na has the G obesha has your shot na e wo Costa Package no or the has e ba be stepping stone na the J contract for South Africa the contract ni ready no shots in the management ni issues and Oja has or coin. Oja has or coin, now if you was a copy manager, and their coffee coach will be media or buy no, and or be shaping no, and or be mark has been not Costa Papa Sena players name yard in yard, or do a mobile ya na second round or the Coty League. Internet make a check of fans, they say, don't just get carried away because of my performance in the first round. The second round, no say has, as she show Munyama in your players, them not so, or with me tell you on behalf Kotoko.
Fantastic. Fire burn you. The panelist that spoke before King Morata. Migado mina there unya obeshe wa from pa mo fili. It's one come akotoko. It wasn't fire burn no. Ye Steve no duro. Eduro asem no. Ye see e wo fo enro na mo see eduro. Se eduro ajato mo see yes, eduro football. But eduro onjini eduro mobo entini nyina ehunhuna protocol and has ya said they okay the not say omudi eduro eba mudi eduro no kwa enkoye emfa momo and ntina woni ye hwe sa experience in this case no beti magina so aka say eduro ni football mu
time is so no.
Wow. The way I now got to consider now, Bobo, now she goes no. Na Ruby and him, nay, to say the okay. We know me, I was some real, natural football, and an hour more Kotoko. Wow. Several draws say a draw of football, Guru. Several draws say a draw of football, bound on you. Why example baby was out to you, which all about you pen. Or more group of you all, some book game number and forecast on boy, where how special. It may be so much in fact. Or say a draw the old bomb pa, but on Ginny or no dear, or no yaman or soon. As I say, I confirmed a draw of football. But it's Rubiano who believe. Guru in the yard.
Oh, with me, won't me stand that. So you know, do a couple of so friend in Yamio.
A friend in Yamia.
Anna. And I'll be so friend in Yama, who's in the road and near Yami.
I was also in footballers, baby. I can see four or more Ghana. Or more Dromukun and Cheney at the once or more mudding. Nti I draw no football. Morata, I draw football.
Sir Martin, I draw football. Maybe me new side, you know, meaning say draw football. Then time like a bubble, coach football, near the end now. Sir, in your money now, if you are on players, no, or bar, you maybe crop or best round when the body will not grab. What's the sense? The crowd will say that day, no, that's all you're ready. We will say, I'm a my bench, now I'm a neighbor. Well, it's a draw no football. African take things for granted.
No African why you don't say or a draw. Football as I draw. Mikado, when is the draw address? The draw say a draw football, but on the only. One more examples. Was say a draw bubble and culture Beji League because a draw banner any extreme. A draw on a bubble altu pen. Now more group of you all. I think what you don't know the coyote or can come casa will be a TV. Yes.
Let me tell you, I think that there was a time. So Martin, I think that there was a time in the group and they come about that issue way, and then I was one of the earliest people that make say a draw there or football mopa, and then more attack and be our bubble yeah, you're gonna need a book even and no crowd to Fifi cry no cry, yet near the new consistency and son in your man. That's our beliefs in the but sometimes I to play more, make my coaching course, and I'm share South football away, Didier Zokora, and I'm in a boncomo, and I'm not so or make my coaching course, now I'm not or call internal or catch him or say, now you discuss this issue way about a draw, and not say a draw no football, different levels. Now, young African, you feel is yeah, dear, no shit. Senana Etinojo Cassa Okonofa, North Ejoy, they are known for that, and it's in a Phyllis on Edrono. But if you are a Edrono more use no, and yes, specifically for football. So what you say, oh, also call Europe near ya. Sometimes in a Phyllis Obi Bechiao Krana, if you are sometimes Michelle video Bena Rooney and a Popoba. Popoba and a captain for United. Let me say League Cup or Okochia a Rooney. Not Rooney or Everton. Okochiano. Rooney and Fino. Obi mo because e bia na Rooney because almost obi fi no racism na bibi e bia no maka chi Rooney say mencha Poba cause Poba ha ko je true it's na obi na o avoid no no anoka but enye say e true say or some bosom e na kan guru ka no say Steve Nojo so no free nyame ono believe say e true na wakoje no ono so nyame no osum no ohun ni say wakoje true into their other spirits and other gods and conform to believe in what you say. Obeka was or atheist or no only religion bia until no believe in she or Kobobo who believe in himself. When you feel this one, I know I can do it. I know I can do it. I can get to where I'm going. Obiso Bobo no shiko ya no ancestral. Oni Nyankopon e kasa. Obiso honoma of kisi field this one so akofio as wa Kobobo no. Into a different Jody or but it's up to you to believe in what you think it is. So it's immediate Jody or but it depends on the levels na eju na wono. If you are not in pa, yeah. Africa was a go be na yedi. Uko Spain na a joke. Yeah. I'm not in pa.
Yeah, hwene mfa adwumade ni si na edro ewo football mo na mo magina wogidie so na ebeye adwuma na asa nya adwuma. Footballers no kre na omo nka ana asa die na omo disie because sebo do chese omo no omo ye aduro. Omo ne kotoko ne has bebo se omo koye aduro. Ama duro no mo de niam bi gugu o mo nsa no mo no park no no mo nsa ye duduru has for she o mo adaba go ga has o so nu maduro ya o ni maduro ye say has for izom no doso na ye fesi na bi adome da for ba be transe na ya principal Steve Odro asa aka second round no se de ebesi aye no asante kotoko second round no o se enye easy be ye din pa ejamo yenti kakro bi nya me adome ye betranse a on na ye ne Steve Odro ahye
yemfa komonisi na me no kase na former House of Captain Thomas Abi also person o joining komo no but me no wi ene no betwen komo Steve Odro kotoko ba league na na ene transfer na because na Abi person o make comment by me channel say me no wol esunje bia ewia na ya iti chance na me okay me friend na me fan into so bra me guso amene na kasa na obetimi apass comment kakra league no kotoko beja na 17 matches Evans kotoko about 16 matches odi kan yo hwe de e kone de a compared to mumuta am na hwe points ya kotoko wi dia waje awia na se o se no munya abotre
o chechire mu what second round no na ya na ye bo Ghana league nti ye be transfer ma ye be di hu abobo po ye be bo full voice no ama wo se de ese ti ni ba bia unya ni ba bia ye nkwa na ye mo ya ho nti wo ba bia ye Steve Odro ara oni ye share sade ye di dwumade ni si ye fam sama to betima fam KT guru ebe boa ye Kimorata baye person so e wo hase na face no Mikado so ebe boa ye nchechia abusuafo mu tie ye e wo fie ene bebi obi tie wo fie bibia na enko 10 seconds Kimorata ye ko
yeah senior you know ye dey ya you me be baby na say ye be ka say asedan kwa na enkoma ye GLRadio that's about na of course and draw the Ghana's version of El Clasico in your course, no, kotoko fans they has, you know, nchia emu thing pa the mamo na sika PSA ne so for the ama coaches no so omo good football and media personalities no omo pushy game no you know yankoso na nhwe the basic second round no
Guru
Senior okay yeah the people listening to us all over the world, we're very grateful. And yesterday's game, no. For me, it's always a delight for me when coaches display their very best. And yesterday I saw the very best of Ghanaian coaching. The coaches now, I am grateful to the coaches for showing us the way. And GLRadio, any presenters, will be a GSP1 page. That'll be us.
Fantastic.
Nina from France. You're always with us. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Mikado,
Bring yaba.
I just Mikado grado or quarter the empty. Yes, Mikado.
Mikado free.
Yeah, Brenny, yeah, Brenna son. Yeah, quite no. Shall be a near.
Is way free.
I am for Jumedi and see what you can from Sir Martin, Percy Baboye, Mikado Baboye, Sansona Guru, and our friends, Kimorato Muna Baboye, Gongonis Pelele, extra production work in Edemaye, Mandy, Osua, Cheria, and a fair joy, appear Cheria, or more moral boosters, and then you remember, Omona, a Yamuta Machia, or moral booster, Yama, intimidate, a sponsor fan or 80 meter bread. Baby Uncle, no more fancher, the offer of a transfer much and train your queen, and the queers is Shomkina, Nakupo Cobia, Yadamas, Mina, Kotokofono, Ghana Sports Page 1, Yachobia, Mr. Sonyanko, Ghana Sports Page.com, causes your news on a Google Bibri, Nakupo Cobia, Yakrobia, don't have a certain Bye bye.